This week, I'm focusing on endorphins. Last week, we talked about how do we use our money to release dopamine, one of our four key happiness chemicals in our body. Today, we're going to talk about how do we use our money to release endorphins. So, endorphins are most commonly associated with exercise, as we know. It is a chemical messenger that helps us experience pleasure and dull pain. It's often used in drugs, but we're talking about natural releases of it. So let's talk about how we can use our money to release endorphins, one of our four key chemicals to happiness. So first of all, exercise. Exercise, as we know, is a great resource bank, if you will, of endorphins. They experts say about 30 minutes of exercise a day is a great release for endorphins. I actually saw this the other day as my daughter was complaining and crying, freaking out about going to lacrosse practice. Finally, I dragged her there against her best wishes. And at the end, I made her admit in the car ride home. And she swore that I couldn't tell anyone. So I'm just telling my phone. But she actually did feel better. She felt better after. She agreed that she's happier now than she was before, and it wasn't so terrible. And I explained to her this is endorphins. So how can we use our money for endorphins? Well, in exercise. So one, we can hire a personal trainer. We can to help us be pushed and forced to go get endorphins, whether it's 1 day a week or 10 days a week, doesn't matter. It's about staying diligent and get those 30 minutes in to release these endorphins. Two, you can just join a fun exercise class. People like Soul Cycle or these bar classes, anything that gets you out and doing this exercise and hence releasing the endorphins will work. And the last thing is, which I've been a huge proponent of, is a lot of these in-home workout things. You've seen the Mirror or NordicTrack. I'm a huge fan of the Peloton. I was an early adopter there. Follow me if you want. Flow Rider 318. I love to join you. I'm nothing special, but for me, that's my endorphin release from exercise. I do it as many days a week as I can. And truthfully, every day, even when I'm dragging, it helps me out. So that's one, exercise. Next key element that I can think of doing our research is romance. So it's proven that laughing and sex and wine and chocolate, not all to be done at the same time, but romance is a great release of endorphins. So put that romance night on your calendar and go spend money on it. Go to that fancy restaurant, get a hotel room, get a fancy bottle of wine, even if you want to stay at home and light candles, but make it romantic. You'll find that when you're done, you'll feel better. You'll feel happier. And a lot of that, the cause of that is the actual release of endorphins that's happening in your body. Next up, holistic medicine, the wild, dark world of holistic medicine. Specifically, essential oils, which cost money, but acupuncture. Acupuncture, the process of the needles being put into your body, which seems crazy, is a natural release of endorphins. So you can find acupuncturists all over. There's many, many practical uses of it. I've tried it in the past, and it's super interesting. No one can actually explain the science of what's happening for the acupuncture, but from a chemical release, endorphins are released and certainly helps you out. The last thing on my list for the endorphin release is philanthropy. Doing the act of helping others is a great release of endorphins. This can be done by donating your money and your time to passionate causes for you. You know, the old saying, it's better to give than receive. And truthfully, I love it. You get a gift. It's always nice that someone thinks about you. But when you think of that special little gift or help out that friend or person of need, you feel great inside. So don't feel bad that some of the reason you are is that endorphins are making you happier and experiencing pleasure, because it's true. But I'm sure that's not most of our motivation. But that's endorphin release. So use your money for philanthropy. And I'm always astounded and shocked at how wonderfully philanthropic and generous our clients are. Every day I see it, and it really touches me to see what good, wonderful people we have the pleasure of working with and knowing. So, how do we end stress with endorphins? It's simple. Let's find ways to use our money to exercise, holistic medicine, romance, and philanthropy. Those are our endorphin hacks for you today, and how we can use our hard-earned cash to get you there. So as always, I'm Andrew Rosen. Stay wealthy, stay healthy, and stay happy. Until next week.